Now, I got a message yesterday, right? And someone said, why is that whenever we start this show, Jason is so happy, he's got a big smile on his face? Because the discussions we have off air, before we come on air, man, some are X-rated, so we can't put it out. But we always make sure on this show we have healthy conversations, the right conversations. I want to say right direction, but the thing is, what's the right direction? You know, that's why we're having these conversations, to find out probably steps we can all take to make ourselves better, you know, to help out the audience and everything else. Please send me messages at MX24GH on all platforms and add the hashtag MXLive. Be a part of the conversation. I have my two pundits in the studio, but most importantly, you're the most important. Okay, they just put them on. So I think let me just introduce you. It was like, okay, my people are here, you know. Because the thing is, you know, someone is like... Now, the pundits on the show, someone always wants to see who is going to be paired with who, so to speak. Because you know, people like arguments, and when they are not agreeable and disagreements. But the thing is, I always say we want to have the most healthiest conversations. And you don't have to agree with what we say, but we need your input. We need your feedback. So once again, at MX24GH, when we get back after this break, I'm going to introduce them properly. Stay tuned. And you're welcome back to the show. So rightly so, I'm a man Prudent. How you doing, my man?
I'm good. How are you?
Chal, I'm loving your outfit today.
You know.
You're peppering them.
Of course, shout out to Seasons Fashion. They hooked me up on this one.
Okay, they've got more tops like these?
Yeah, I'll get you one.
Okay, I'll link them up. Prudent, you know, family here on MX24, presenter, entertainment mind, you know, analyst and everything else. And I have someone who hasn't been here for a while. Zeda, we miss you. Where have you been?
Shout out to my wife. She also put
Zeda, how you been, man?
Shout out to my wife. She also put
You want me to say you don't get wife?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I've been good. It's just the entertainment hustling and bustling. So as we are going through, I'll chip in what I want to chip in.
Yes, please do. I'm very happy to have you guys, because I always say these guys, they're very busy, but it's always good to get their perspective. Shouts to my pundits yesterday. Coca came through, as you know, and Timothy came through yesterday, and throughout the whole week. So today we have to enter the weekend the right way, and rightly so, Stonebwoy.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, like, my producer and I was like, this is the only way we're going to start the show, because it's something good for the industry. So you were at his event. We actually have highlights, so we're going to check that out. When we get back, we're going to discuss. Check this out.
Oh, is it because I buy you designer? We make you feel like say I don't do right. I just be generous, Mariana, just because you still give my numero uno. I'm not gonna pay you for great food, cause you see right through me.
We're going to go to the next levels. Trust you me, there's nothing we can do about it, but we all just have to support so that the door opens and opens for more and more and more of us. It can never be done by one person, but it can be started by one person. So I'm only continuing to do my own. But I beg you guys to not to give up on us as an industry, because we have great potentials. And if deals like this go through for us, which can never be gotten on a silver platter or overnight because you're handsome or you're beautiful, I beg that we as Ghanaians drop our ancient character of and so what, and hold it with the new character of yes, this is ours. It's not just because it is Stonebwoy, so you are hurt so much so that you don't want to add a voice. That's not the way around. And for me, I'm really concerned about that part, because we have seen our fellow Igbo Nigerians having been able to play their part as a fan base, as a people, to make sure that they push their owns to the heights. I'm not speaking competition right now. I'm speaking collaboration and individual realization of elevating ourselves.
I'm very humbled. I'm very excited. I've seen Stonebwoy's journey, and for me, the primary reason for actually taking the job was to be able to create such opportunities for artists, be able to bring in all the resources that are available at the label, to give to some of the best talents that comes out of this country, for us to be able to compete on an international stage. I mean, our music is great. We have some very great musicians, very great artists with very good attitude. So why not bring together all the resources that can help them elevate themselves and take them to the next level? And for me,
man, like I'm just watching this and like impressed is an understatement, because I was telling you guys off air, like apart from everything, the brand, the music, in every conversation I've had with Stumbo over the years, there's somebody who's working and there's somebody who wants it. He loves what he's doing. But what I want to take from that is he said that he's not going to change his style. You know, when it comes to record label, I think Davido not too long ago, when he was signing some of his deals, he said he had to turn down so many deals because the record label wanted him to go in a certain direction. But he knew even then when Afrobeats wasn't as big as it is. So I'm going to read a couple of quotes. Stonebwoy said a couple of stuff like, there's no change, it's just an improvement, because we want to get a larger audience. We have to also be able to attract to what they also know, so they can experience what it is. And he said something interesting. He said, if you switch the switch, then where is the Stonebwoy again? Exactly. Like I saw that quote, that was but tell us about, you were there, man.
So the thing is that with Stonebwoy, this question was asked by a fellow colleague journalist at Metro TV. He was sitting right next to me. It was like, most of the time when the intro video came with Universal Music, they were like Afro pop star Stonebwoy, Afro pop star Stonebwoy. So he was like, Stonebwoy, are you going to switch? Because it looks like every time it's Afro pop star, Afro pop star. It's like, no. If it wasn't the dancehall, it wasn't the reggae, it wasn't those things, they wouldn't recognize it. So it's nothing is switching. If you switch the thing, what will come? Then all these, you know, the man will crack some 1 or 2 jokes. So that was the reason why he said something like that. And then also one thing that you should notice is that the new song out there, the Therapy song, was produced by most Grammy Award winners. So another question was asked by a guy from City, that does that mean that Stonebwoy is going to stop working with our local producers? He's like, no, I'm not going to stop working with the local producers, but you cannot say you want to go to America and still be an American. You have to be in America. Of course.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, that's what he said. So for him, he feels like, although he's going to be pushing harder to get to these producers and work with these producers, he said when they booked for the session, the producer didn't want to do it until they told him it was Stonebwoy. And he said, no, if it's Stonebwoy, I have to make this happen. And he feels like this is opening door for more of Ghanaian artists. And he says that he mentioned Street Beats and Gazi and other producers who has worked on the upcoming album. Gazi has worked on an album with on a song on the album with Stonebwoy and Angelique Kidjo. So that is big.
Angelique Kidjo, wow.
Yeah, of course. So you know your man. Your man is
Charlie Zeda, like Zeda is just like
he's going to grab the Grammy like this.
I believe so. I believe so. Zeda, what's your take on all of this?
So personally, I've worked with Stonebwoy before. He knows me personally as well. So anyways, this whole conversation about change, is he going to change? They were putting him Afro pop, right?
Yeah, Afro pop.
Now, I don't know if you remember, there was a conversation about, are they really doing dancehall or Afro dancehall? It became a whole fight. But now, a new label is in, an international label. Ask yourself, if they tell you to tweak it, they are not saying change you, tweak it a bit to suit the international market. Yo, even the rap, people who are doing those hardcore raps, now they stopped. You get me? We are looking at the money value. We are looking at people jamming. We are looking at you perform. Like, yo, what the people want. I'm not saying, like, throw away your background or what you started from, your foundation.
And I think this will happen.
Like, but even, we shouldn't just be going at him and you are going to go outside the Afro dancehall or the dancehall thing you are doing. We are rather supposed to encourage him to understand that even if you don't get the new canon, what you've been getting from him as usual. You should know that he has signed on to a new label. And there are certain requirements he needs to meet. You are going into the international. You want to speak patois too. You get me? You need to tweak, and also you should remember he's not going to forget the Ghanaian language too as well. He's always, and the Ever too as well. He's always going to like do a mixture and all that.
I mean, I think he made Kerry Hilson speak some Ever, right?
You see, so one thing I would prefer we do is, instead of asking him questions to like punch holes, why not let's just support him?
But do you think we're doing that with this particular thing? Do you think the media is doing that? Because like
the questions were just too much. Yo.
No.
Okay, at the event, based on that, right?
Yeah, the questions were just
I
too
don't
much.
think it was too much. At the event, the kind of atmosphere that Stonebwoy and the team wanted us to have is, feel free and talk. Ask questions. And it got to a time we were forcing people to just talk. Because people want, look, Stonebwoy's team, I think they are more or less very transparent, and they were hoping to hear more because they've made an announcement. There was probably someone would say there was no need for this whole introduction and all that, but this was extremely media engagement. So there was, and these media, we are the same people who come here and talk about these things. So it's better to get better clarity from the man himself and of course his management from UK.
So
Africa.
again, are we projecting this as much as we should? Because we sat here and said,
my problem is that if you take something out, you take the wrong, you how do I put it? You misquote him. You misquote some of his statements and then you take it. Because Stonebwoy was very direct about this thing. He said, look, I know the terrain in Ghana music. He said it there.
I like that.
He said, I know the terrain.
Like that.
If you don't go support me, make you not talk anything about me. He said it right there. He was very frank and honest with everybody.
Yeah.
He was like, make you not can't talk anything. And one funny thing, he also said that, see, our price now increasing. Price now
the price for increase because
he said increase 50%. So because we levy safe. That's why.
No, but you should know that percentages will come in wise.
Yes.
The chunk that is coming to him.
Tell your money is trying to
because I'm hearing that's what 4 albums.
4 albums. Yeah.
Wow.
And they're looking for a renewal clause, automatic renewal clause.
Forget those ones.
And I like, and one thing I like about the whole thing is that most of our industry players were there, and they were there asking the relevant. Because one question that Rudy Kwachi asked was, Universal Music, I don't have a question for Stone, but I have a question for you. I know your capacity. I know what you guys can do. So if you guys don't treat Stonebwoy well, we'll come for you. And that was for me.
I think
because we know what they can do.
Yeah, I think when things like this happen, it's fair to hold the artist accountable.
Yeah,
but every artist needs a support system.
But the artist is very big. This is one of the biggest artists in Ghana.
Yeah,
so it's not like he's going to flop.
And Jason.
No. That's what it's the label.
So Rudy was like, we know you guys came for Stonebwoy because Stonebwoy is good and very hardworking. So if anything goes wrong, we'll come for you guys because we know you have the tools and we'll use the tools on him and make him big. And everybody was
yeah. Because I don't know. Maybe if he wasn't talented enough,
you wouldn't come for Universal Music.
We'll not even be having this conversation.
Yeah,
that meeting won't even happen. Yeah. But here's the case: he's one of the biggest. Beats in Wajibi.
And Universal Music flew in their representative in UK without even telling Stonebwoy. So Stonebwoy got to the police and saw him and was like surprised.
Wow.
And I learned this guy is one of the biggest plugs in UK music and event making in UK and all that. So I'm very excited. And there were a lot of people there. Look, everybody was there to support Stonebwoy. The questions were good.
I mean, like, this is very good to see and hear and speak about because it seems like everything is positive. I know. Like, this is business. Yeah. There might be some bumps in the road, no problem. But for the inception of this, everyone is praising Stonebwoy. Everyone is like, there's a collective behind even the media, the artists. Yeah. We're all behind it. And this is what I always want to see.
I love it for once. There wasn't any comparison on social media. I don't know if somebody has seen it. Like, there wasn't any comparison like, oh, this guy go get this. Where this guy not get this.
Oh, no, there are a few posts.
Oh, that's what those people,
the fanaticism will always be there. But my biggest concern now is I want to see Stonebwoy more in the UK. You can see Stonebwoy in other continents, the shows are going, Australia and all that. But UK shows, there's always something. It doesn't pop out. You don't get the show will come, then it'll be like rescheduled. The show will come, then it'll be like rescheduled. Okay. That is one thing I've been following because I always have people in the UK. Yeah. You see them when you post, they're like, oh, okay, is he coming? You check the date, reschedule. It's only recently there were just 1 or 2 shows that went through. Okay. So I just want that one back to back. Because US, Okoda, those other Europe countries, but the UK, because the Nigerians have literally
taken over UK. And I think that's why they bought a UK ref of Def Jam and all that. And then
motivation.
And I like one thing about so Stonebwoy said something very emotional about he making it with a broken knee and all that. And for him to be able to get to this stage.
I know Mao.
Oh no, I'm supporting.
These guys are Stonebwoy.
I can see the emotion.
No, I'm the same guy who comes to sit here and say that these artists go to the stage and don't bring nothing and go and take pictures and come. So for them to do something big, I have to commend them and support them. That makes you become realistic and also very
honest, right?
Honest. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Because if I come here, they can't talk bad about them, and now there's good news, then I'm like, I have to talk with passion and everything. So I'm very excited about that. And then Jay Foley cracked this joke. No, made this reference that somewhere in 2013, what's the name? Kanye, who has a broken jaw, was signed to Def Jam. Fast forward, a broken knee, it's also signed. And Stomach was like, yeah.
You know, my arm is hurting. Like, bro, I can't even move my arm.
So yeah, it was a
Jam
joke.
watching, but
the entire media was there to support him, and I'm sure they've carried the news
It's good
across.
to see someone for everything he's been through. And again, Stonebwoy has had his fair share of ups and downs.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and he's still having those ups and downs. But the fact that his trajectory, and I've always said, evolving in entertainment, it is not easy.
Yeah.
To be in the game for 10 years, for 15 years, and to still stay true while you're evolving.
And you know, he started working on this move as far back as 2017.
Even for Zeda, man, no easy feat.
No,
but anyway,
it's never easy. Just as you are saying,
As
you
far
know,
back as
these things they don't just come and they don't just come in a flash like that. Because there's money they are investing and all other things as well. So ask yourself, what are they going to get? They don't just pick anyone, Kekeo.
Yeah.
There's a point that
shout out to Stonebwoy. But on the other side of things, so I got this story. My producer sent me this story, and when I saw the headline, I saw hate, I saw failed artists, and I was like, no, let me read. So I read into this story, and it seemed like there's always, for me personally, a certain misdirection when stories are being put out. So Black Rasta was on City TV. Shout out to them, credit to them, of course. He made some references to Black Sharif, which I didn't see malice in what he said personally, but he's been attacked. Sometimes we look at the person more than the message. Sometimes. But anyways, I always say on the show, you can disagree, you can agree. So please check this out. Once again, credit to City TV. We're going to get back. We're going to discuss.
I've listened to only 2 of his songs, and I think that they're so similar. Similarity is not one way, but if he's not careful, he will be a one-way artist. His songs sound almost the same.
Right.
I've listened to
so this interview was longer, right? And in the interview, he said something like he doesn't hate him, he loves him. He even said that, if Sarkodie, he made an example that if Sarkodie was miming now, he has a problem. But if Black Sharif, what I want to ask you guys, Zeda first, please. Have we gotten to the point where anything is taken out of context? And I want us to focus on the context. First of all, from what he said, did you see any malice in what he said?
There's nothing wrong with what he said. First sermon, he didn't mention the songs he's listened to.
I think he mentioned Kweku the Traveler and making reference to probably the second sermon.
Bro, let's be honest. We are literally saying let's support Ghanaian artists.
Yeah.
So if somebody who is well versed in music, he's not a trash artist, or he's not just any artist, though.
Yeah.
You get me? He used these traditional instruments to do much of his stuff.
Yeah.
So if he's listening not just as a fan or a fanatic,
Yeah.
then he's telling you he sounds similar. Just listen to the direction at which he's coming from. It's a message he's giving. You get me? You can't be going the same way as an artist. And he's making a point. Yeah, I know. People don't like Black Rasta, politics, xylophone, men's gold, those other things, the way he talks and all those other things. But you're not looking beyond what he's saying. You're not even listening to the message. Because of the hate tag for him, you're not even listening. You're just saying that,
Once it's Black Rasta, everybody has made his judgment.
So what he's saying, he has a point. So I don't think Black Sharif's people too are not
I don't think they would take this negatively. Like
they are also in their corner. They won't come and respond to it just like that. But they are taking notes and they are making corrections. But hey, we have the general comments. When a post is made or when the video, you see that portion alone. That is the only portion that will be shared. They won't share the full interview. Nobody will have time because Pepe, they won't have time to go and stream it and listen to the whole thing. So they'll come bashing. Black Rasta is a fool, Black Rasta is this, Black Rasta is that. He's a, what do you call it? He's hating on the boys' accent. Oh, they'll say all those other things. But if you really listen to what he said, similarity, you shouldn't told the same line. Or else your song, anybody's late, they'll just skip. You get me? So he has a music ear. You just have the entertainment. Then you're listening to it.
But did you feel like what he was saying was true? Like they're the same or the same?
Because
like what he was saying.
It is following a terrain. Because we are used to something about him. Okay, Black Sharif, this is the kind of song. So he's giving it to us this way. It gets to a point he will change.
Yeah, of course.
I love what he said. One thing we fail to forget is Black Sharif is still young. You know, and I mean, I love to use the word again, context. From what he said, from what he was saying, no one is beyond advice. But again, you don't have to take advice.
And the funny thing is, when he started talking, he said, So he was talking about the Accra and Paris thing and talking about why our artists are doing miming and not playing live band. And then Fema asked Black Rasta that, okay, so what are some of the artists that you like? They mentioned Kwesi Arthur, mentioned Kim Promise, mentioned Kwame Eugene, Kiddy and all that. Mentioned Black Sherif as well. And I was like, with Black Sherif, he thinks Black Sherif songs are similar, and similarity is not one way. He was very specific. Similarity isn't one way. And I like what he said. He said he's saying something, and for him, who has a music mind and has done music for some time, saying it. Me personally, I think criticism, there's nothing wrong with it. Just
someone can critique us. Someone can critique us.
It makes you better.
There's
nothing wrong with it.
It is only Ghana when someone critiques you. You're a hater. And I know Black Sherif is not seeing this way in that direction. I know him. He's somebody who is open-minded.
I agree to that.
So he wouldn't do anything of that sort. So for the fans, I'm sure they'll do and say whatever they want to say. But
I want us to go back. You see, we talked about Stonebwoy over 10 years in the business. When they started, they were doing those pure raga.
He mentioned it there. He said,
you get me? We're doing pure raga.
Yeah, about the changes.
Were they going to toe that line? They got to a point to notice that we need to make changes.
For a while.
Anyways, I mean, like, these stories will come up and they are definitely up for debate and discussion, because I always love to use perspective and opinions. And with this job, when you decide to put yourself out there, it's going to happen. You're not above criticism. You're not above being attacked. You're not above being hated on. I mean, it's going to happen. But it's how we take it and the context from which we take it. So I think we have to do due diligence, just like my pundits have done, and try to understand what people are saying. Because you can say you love someone and they take it in a good way, and you say you love someone taking it in a bad way. I mean, that's life. But anyways, carrying on. Not too long ago, I had DJ Broski on here, right? And we were speaking about DJs. And he made reference, for somebody who's been in the game so long, that up to now, he releases music and he hears voice notes of other DJs saying, "We're not going to make a song blow. You know, we're going to make sure this doesn't work for as long as this is the game." And I'm saying this to reference that it seems like our attitude in the industry or parts of the industries have been a very big problem. Even like pundits I've had on this show have said, and I'm referencing this to actress Rosalind Ngiza. The reason why I used DJ Vroski was he's been so long in the game. You feel like, oh, everything is hickory-dickory. It's good. Like, he's having fun. He doesn't have issues. Rosalind comes out and she says she's not getting roles because of her stature, her look, her image, her size, which is sad to say, but that's the truth. She even said, let me reference this, "I believe I would have done better than if I was a skinny person," to paraphrase. How does it feel when you hear this for someone who's been so long, again, in her field?
Like, it's surprising to hear Rosalind say something like this, because
she's a very good actress.
She's a very good actress. We've seen her movies, love her. I know many people who are even slim who are looking up to her and love her scenes and all that. So I'm surprised someone like that, we sitting back, see her and say she's doing so well,
and she's not getting movies,
and she's not getting movie as expected. Then there is a problem somewhere, and I don't expect this from directors. Only if maybe the role that you are assigning to her probably it doesn't fit the structure or a character, fine. But then if it's because
it's happening over and over and over.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't encourage this. Look, she's good. Just give the work to her, and that is it. And for me, if you're a producer and a director and you're doing something like this, you're compromising. Because
I mean, Zeda, like, you've been behind the scenes, and I'm sure even, like, I've heard, like, I don't want this artist to perform because of this, this, and this. I don't want this guy. Now you hear an actress saying something like this. What's your take on this?
Okay, what I'm coming to say, you can choose to hang me. I said it. See, see, being plus size, there's always this, I like my body, I like my size, I'm okay with it. My dear, when you get inside, it's only you and your room. I don't have any problem, but you should remember, the producer, he has a target to reach. He knows what the script is about. He knows the message he's trying to portray out there. If he says it doesn't fit you, it doesn't fit you. If you want the attention there, fair enough, we'll give you the attention. But for somebody to come into your face and tell you because of your size, that one is totally wrong. That one, dear, is totally wrong. You're even killing the person so inwardly. You are killing the person's confidence. That one, dear, is totally wrong. If this is true, but I'm not saying she's not saying the truth, though. let me give you.
Let's be very careful.
Let me give you the something. They'll be like, "Osonodo or you bolo, you can't fit. You're not flexible." they'll just be saying things because they feel you have more shine than them. It is not her size. There is more to her that she can do. And because of the talent that she has, she's taking someone's position. So they'll have to be saying things that would like losing your interest in her, losing the feel to work with her, even overlooking the talent that she has by just looking at her physical nature. It is a problem in this business. She's in this business for long. She shouldn't. No, I think it's kind of a form of motivation to other people.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Don't you think it's more so for the people who look up to her?
They need to know what she really goes through. It's good she's made this thing known to the public. Because honestly,
and if you're an actress out there, you're going through similar, or you're an actor, we also want to hear you too.
Because let's be honest, like we've heard things like, oh, we put him on because this person looks a certain way, but they can't even act. We've heard these things before.
Listen,
do you think
that a lot?
If that's the case, what she's saying, if it's true, wouldn't it be a detriment to the industry? Because now you're going to pick people just because they look good. But
there are certain producers who pick people just because they look good. They can't really act like that. Too.
And they pick people who are
and that's what I'm asking. Would that be a problem?
Yeah. Because somebody destroying the industry.
You're saying that because when you say somebody say, okay, me, I want to sell my product. Business is business. I don't want to be emotional. Like, okay, I understand that we're looking, like you said, we're looking from this from a humanitarian perspective. You should never not cast somebody if they are fit for the role because of their look. But from a business perspective, I'm sure there's some directors who might not say publicly, right? They will not say this publicly, but they might be like, bro, I want to sell my product.
The producer who's
it's sponsorship for you, so
it's not
that's
fair,
why you're getting your money.
It's not fair. And even we've seen like on American platforms, people are like doing like lingerie for plus size people and all of these things, trying to show that it's good. But now there are people who are saying that, oh, we are not encouraging people being healthy. We just want to accept. There's some directors who do, and people are losing roles because of these things. So what's the way forward is what I want to know.
I think you should,
because for her to say this and for her to go through this,
as a producer, go in for the right person. Let's forget about it.
You can advise them, or you can plead with them, but they've made up their mind. And just as you mentioned, the business aspect. It's business we are doing. Let's not put emotions in it.
People with huge numbers on social media, so that when the movie is out, when they post it, everybody will like.
She looks beautiful, so let's cast her. It's not like she's talented. We are looking at promotion aspect because when we are done, she's the one going to post it. She'll post it more. So there are certain.
And sell more.
But I think what we're going to agree on is don't not cast somebody because of their look if they can do the job.
Oh no, but later, you know, there's always conversation behind, and it'll be like, oh, when we went on the bench, we're just trying to we're just trying to have the team meeting. Somebody said Osododo Oyobolo. So that is why we didn't. There's always somebody who will choke, who will come and say, okay, it's because of the person's side or the props that we are going to use. You won't fit.
So
do you think something coming out from a person like this who's been so long in the game, who's such a good actress? Do you think it will discourage people from coming into it? Like people will be scared now. Like
no, it's a reality on the ground,
and it's better they get to know about it. So
it's not a smooth journey.
It's rough. This is rough. You know, right?
That's the thing. It's rough. It's a rough journey. It's a rough journey. But what I'll say is the good thing is that she's making it known that these things are happening.
For her to come out and say,
and we are having these discussions because we can overlook it, but we are having these discussions to project what is happening behind the scenes. Because if we don't talk about it, how are people going to know about it? So big shouts to her. We know she's going to do bigger things. We wish her the best. And please don't be discouraged, by things like this. Be encouraged by things like this. So very big salute to her. But to people who are being encouraged, VGMA is the nominees. Like, the list is out there. You're going to be there tonight. You're going to be there tomorrow. But Zeda, let me ask you, are you the growth of the VGMA from the show, from the scheme now to 2-day event? What has been your take on the growth of the VGMAs? Because this is the biggest award, musical award scheme in the country as of now. Zeda, what's your take?
They are doing good. They are projecting Ghanaian music. They are giving everyone. See, they can't put everybody there.
People are not happy. People are never happy.
See.
Gambo is the winner for the unsung.
Bro, let me tell you something. I literally laughed when I saw the the winner that Gambo won. I told someone this. Gambo has made that kind of the money feel overshadow like his real stuff.
Yeah.
Gambo has been doing interviews. He's been going on tour, like
He's been
media
working,
tours.
right?
He has performed on crazy number of stages.
Yeah.
It's not been pushed that much. But when I saw an artwork, they wrote the number of shows. I literally took time to check all of them, and it was true.
Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't like they just put it out there that
Gambo, all the schools, all the
he's
homes,
there. But just that we didn't see it.
After performance,
We don't see it.
And the money
So it's the money that the
Yeah.
focus is on.
Okay.
The guy has gone places.
Christmas.
He's gone to SA.
Yeah.
He's gone to SA as well. Like you, he's done.
But that's entertainment. Like
No, but
Yeah.
he has worked for it.
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
He has worked for it. He has
Shout out to
invested
Gambo.
in his craft. But just that the projection of his material and his shows and all that. That is
lifestyle.
what we it's
Really a
rather the
lifestyle.
money lifestyle we've seen all the more.
so far.
But he's gone on stages to at least I've seen like 7 shows that he's performed on. So what is your problem that he won? Okay, so they said they should vote and win, and they voted. He had the money and he voted and he won. Which one is your headache? So, we are coming to do. They are doing industry night today. They are doing the main
Wait,
event.
what's the industry night?
Yeah,
is?
that's
For
what-
those who don't know,
Yeah.
industry night and
Serious,
main
this
event.
thing. Mr.
Zara, do you know? Do you know?
Yeah, so
Please
the,
tell us.
the industry night is basically, you see, when it comes to the technical know-how, the producers, the sound engineers,
Instrumentalists.
those kind of, they want to do those ones separately.
Oh, okay.
You get me? Those ones, the voting is not to public.
But is that a good thing? Do you think?
They have
what
the
we've
money.
seen? Okay. The reason why I'm saying that is like people might feel like they're not in the spotlight as much as the artists who are already in the
It
spotlight.
drags. The
But then
show
you know-
drags.
You know
though.
something?
Okay.
If they had said that they are doing this because of all the time VGM getting into midnight and all that, we understand. But even yet, still, the next day, you end
No, it's not. It's not.
This
it's
one
not,
will be different.
It's not. No, it's not that too. We are working with artists. Artists are always late. Yes, artists are. Bro. Oh, artists
then
are-
we forgot
Wait, is
about
it the
this.
artist or the event?
artists
Because
are
someone
always-
say if you are late, the show
Bro,
must go on.
the Grand Arena is for Charterhouse. They have the location. You don't know.
I don't know.
It's for
Okay. I need some of that money. Okay.
They have the equipment. They'll set up everything on point. Time catch say, okay, we start the show at this time. Human being who is very important, who is coming to grace the occasion, will choose their own time.
Okay, let me ask you this, Zeda. Before we do get back to the industry night and what's happening tomorrow, which are going to be there.
Yeah.
When shows don't begin on time, does it fall more on
On
the
the
event
event
organizers,
organizer.
on the artists, or the audience? Because they all have a part to play.
The event organizer is supposed to start when they say, Roverman
but
Production.
JC, we had this
have you gone to Roverman
Roverman
Production?
Production. Tia, National
Uncle
Theatre.
Ibo White. If he says 6 o'clock, we are starting at 6. No
Even if
matter
there- if
what.
there is 5
Even if
people.
there's only 5 people, they'll start. Even if nobody is there, they'll start.
So it falls more on the event organizers.
Yes. If you don't
But
say
you know-
effort,
You know,
let's start that
when
thing.
you start,
But
somebody can take a picture. Just
so
and post it
always,
like,
always they have
that's
the
a
problem whereby the front seat.
Ah,
No, the sitting arrangement is always like this. The nominees, they are the ones who sit in
So,
front.
yeah, so almost-
So the nominees are the late
So
ones.
if you
Okay.
if you start right on time, the nominees are the ones sitting in front because you don't want them sitting at the back when you mention.
Then we should
that-
take more pictures of the empty seats with the nominees' names. And no, you didn't come
No,
on time.
it's no. You are doing
'Cause like you're saying,
and
it's a
nowadays we are
business.
doing it international. It's going international because even MX24 is on the satellite platform.
Yeah.
So everybody is watching. West African countries, everybody is watching.
So
And
they have an image to
good.
protect.
Yeah, of course.
So you can't come and show empty seats.
So let's get seat fillers.
Yes. Let's go and break
Maybe
people
pay
down.
me,
Yeah,
I'll sit.
And jump.
Bro, me, I'm very calm.
Copy agenda. This one, it will be difficult. No, they are not even willing to spend. Charlie, getting seat fillers is not easy like that because you have to.
But
You have to
no,
bust
but-
us.
You have to buzz them.
And
You have to-
pass us, and then give us some sitting TNT.
Yeah, it's sitting TNT and you
but
have to.
free show, Zeda.
No, it doesn't.
Hey,
No.
hey.
If you need them or they need you.
But free, I'm saying
I
some
was about
people
to say
will go.
something. I was
I said some people will
I was
go.
about to say something. You know, recently there was an award show.
Yeah.
And there were some technical issues
Yeah.
for the delay. And I don't know if they brought this, but there were some group of people who were happy and excited when the DJ was playing music. You know when they were about to go live on TV and then something happened. So like, I don't know if they brought them from Legon or something, but the way they jumped for there was never a dull moment there. And even for the pre-show.
So you guys are saying that because I understand what you're saying that it falls on the event organizers.
Yeah.
But here again, now we have satellites and people watching in South Africa. and
So
all
the
over
image you
world.
are trying to project, you need to communicate to them early enough. See,
Yeah.
today, industry night, people will be late. Me, I've pegged my time at 8 o'clock. I'll be there at 8.
What time is it supposed to start?
Honestly, I haven't checked. But
Honestly,
I'm pegging
there's no
myself at 8
artwork.
o'clock.
There's no time on the artwork. All the artworks. There's no time. Go check. There's no time.
Okay, but you know there are some
You should
people
check
who
it.
actually
Check it
get
right
there
now.
on time.
Let's check it and confirm.
Oh, no,
Wait,
there are people.
Wait, there are people. I know, I respect the fact that, okay, a lot
Oh,
of people
course.
might be late.
But
But there are people who are on time.
Of course, they don't
We
use
have
their
to
time.
respect their time.
But I'm saying this particular one, there's no date and time on the artwork. I've checked it several times. Even
Really?
this morning.
Me, I have the invite.
You should check it right now.
Really?
Check the artwork on.
Please do.
on
Anyways,
this.
while he's checking, send us messages at MX24GH.
I was surprised. A friend wanted to come and was
with-
asking me what time is it going to start. I'm like, you go
Yeah.
on your page because I didn't see anything.
With
like that.
everything that's happening here, again, it pertains
Check
to
the
you
artwork
guys.
on
These
Instagram.
events, you're going. The
No,
music, you're listening.
artwork
The
on
artists,
Instagram.
you're supporting.
You've not seen it.
Is that
No, I don't think there's any.
Do we have the time?
Just the invite. There's no time, right? There's no time.
Okay.
I've checked it over and over.
I mean, eventually, Karen will have a representative on this show because we have to respect the organizers
Yes.
as much as we want them to
Have
do
you seen the
well,
time?
as much as
Okay,
we
I
hold
have
them
red
accountable.
carpet, 7 to 8.
So there is a time.
That's the invite. The main artwork on Instagram. There's
So
no.
I think it will be a problem to what you.
This is an invite.
Yeah.
But the main artwork that.
So wait, is
entire-
this show by invite or we
Yeah.
have?
No,
So if
they're
it's by
selling tickets
if
for
it's by
the
invite,
industry
No,
night.
they're
They're selling
selling
tickets for the
tickets,
industry
200.
night.
Today is
200.
200.
And then
Okay.
tomorrow is 300.
300 and 500.
500. Jason, you're going, man.
But I know you're buying a couple for your friends or.
Yeah, I mean, me and my friends there, we talk about this often. But Prudent, before we do go, you're going to be there today
today,
and tomorrow. So, I mean, per you're going, let me just ask you this. What are you expecting from one of the biggest musical award schemes in the country? What are you
I'm
expecting?
expecting to have fun and, of course, watch our artists being honored for their good work. Event management aspect, I want the program to start on time.
What are you really looking at this year?
Oh,
What are you really looking at? Is it performances? Is it, again, the organization?
And of course, performances, because right now, to be very honest and blunt, the opponent is Team Music. Team Music gave us a show.
I heard they are using 2 stages.
2 stages.
And Team Music gave us 3 stages, right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So-
is that how did they ask? The host is asking you a question.
Right?
I heard 3 music.
You used 3 stages.
Okay,
And the stage
okay.
was so dope that you could feel free, you could walk around and.
I mean,
come
we
in
have
and
to
join
give
them.
credit where credit is due.
Standards.
And
standard, right? You
I
have
want
to
a
give
live
credit.
band. I want more live performances, not the miming thing. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
And all in all, Team Music is 23. This is a 23. It's been 23
VGMA,
years.
23rd
Hey,
edition.
23rd edition VGMAs.
Yeah.
So we are
It's
looking
2
for.
years, but this is the 23rd edition.
I mean, the
Exactly.
competition is good.
Yes.
You know,
and-
all these
and
things
yeah,
project
so
the artists.
Artists come on time, and I'm rooting for Kiddy to win artist.
That's what I was going to ask you. You said the Kiddie Artist of the Year. Zeda, before you leave Artist of the Year.
Nobody.
Oh, hey, we don't do that on the show.
What I'm happy
Zeda.
about. What I'm happy about is, I'm grateful for all the sponsorship that they are getting. I literally helped with some of the pushing of their content. I saw
Nice.
the new artist of the year or the best new artist will be performing at Aquaba UK Party in the Park.
Wow.
Yeah, and the
No,
one
but
of
like, that's
Oh,
not
no.
really.
Come
Party in the Park. Oh,
No,
bro.
I'm coming.
Come
Let me
on.
go. Let me go.
I said a whole wow for that.
No, let me say. Party in the UK. We see a lot of artists.
It's not everybody who gets
That's
a
what I
chance
get.
to
So
go.
me, I want to go.
The
It's not
party in the
everybody.
UK.
It's
I
not
told
everybody who
MXN
gets a
I want to
chance
go
to
to
go.
Party in the Park.
It's a plug, so you don't get it that easy.
Okay,
last
let
time last time
MX24 is taking us. Where do you want to go?
you go.
You
No,
see?
but
I feel like
I'm grateful
then
for the
party in the-
I'm
party
grateful
in
for
the
the
park.
sponsorship, the other incentives. You know,
So aside
the
the party,
award.
would they go on media tours and stuff? That's what I want to do.
There's the one of the
You
sponsors.
see-
I can't mention
We'll
the
discuss.
name.
We'll discuss.
One of the sponsors also is going to give support to all the winners. The sponsor is the media house. They are going to give support. No, but
As time goes on, we'll have people from there give us more. But anyways, Peter, thank you so much for coming through. Very interesting discussions. I'm very happy you guys have been here. Prudent, my man. Zeda, my man. Again, Party in the Park. I'm sure one of these
We have
upcoming
to go.
events
We
will be
have to
there.
go.
bro, if you go to that program and nobody jumps for, do you know the number of times they shut down
Yeah.
your song?
Yeah. We have a very lovely guest coming through.
Yeah.
I've been talking to guys the whole day. I want to talk to a beautiful lady. These gentlemen, I see them all the time. Yeah, like you guys are the homies. We're going to be right back. Stay tuned. This is still MX Live. Again, Zeda, thank you so much for making time. Prudent, thank you so much. Stay tuned in. We're going to be right back after this commercial break.
Our marriage, I'm told, was arranged by the gods. And it's funny how these gods decide our fate.
since you returned from the city, I think it's about time we talk about your plans.
I will surely get married. I just haven't thought about it.
Why don't you just get married to her and be free?
Yes.
I would like to tell the both of you that I am ready to get married.
That was what you said about Fatih.
Kumada Sharifa. I will die for you, Sharifa. I have purchased 5 bulls already.
Hey, my husband.
I'll quickly inform my friends so that we quickly move into marry for you.
Surprise, surprise.
I found someone that I'm willing to get married to, and the good news is he's from this town.
Allah Akbar.
She's not one of us. And our house will not accept someone who does not respect the laws and traditions of her own people.
Father! That boy is betrothed to someone else.
You and your son will not bring shame upon me. Adiza had done everything expected of her. Now that it is time to reciprocate, your son is now flirting with a girl who has no respect for culture. I love you.
After spending all my money on your education, you can't just do one thing to make me happy.
Baba, doesn't my happiness matter to you?
You were raised a northern girl, and you will marry a northern man.
You're welcome back to the show, and yes, that was the break. You know, a little surprise there. A movie that I've seen the billboards, I've seen the actors and the actresses, a lot of legends in there, and it's very good to see because not too long ago, just now, actually, we're talking about movies. You know, projecting the culture in the right direction. And this movie has so much to do with culture, you know, even though it is entertaining. Per what we've seen, send us messages at MX24GH on every single platform. The hashtag, of course, is MX Live. And I pray to God to have a beautiful lady on a Friday before I go home. And I have the beautiful Habiba.
Hi.
How you doing, darling?
I'm well, thank
You're looking lovely. You look as lovely as you do in the movie. I feel so blessed right now. But let's get straight to it. It's an honor to have you here.
I'm humbled.
And as we were speaking of, this movie is about culture and all of that. Before that, tell us a bit about yourself and acting. Why acting?
Okay, I'm Habiba Sanari. I'm a Ghanaian. I'm a mother, a daughter.
Okay.
I'm not yet a wife.
Okay. Please, me too. I'm not yet a husband. So, I mean, off air, there's a lot more to be discussed.
So, I'm a movie producer and I'm an actress as well.
Okay.
I think I just love to entertain people. It's a natural thing and I have great passion for entertainment.
Okay, okay, this question. I've asked a couple of actors and actresses. Is this solely passion for you? Are you looking more from a business perspective? Because the reason why I'm asking this is we get a lot of messages. You know, people want to act, people want to present, people want to make music, but we need people inside the industry to be honest with them.
Right.
Has it always been just about passion or the business
So
side?
I think generally everyone needs to be motivated, and I wouldn't just get up and waste my time on something that I'm passionate about and I'm not, you know, making money off it. So yeah, it's both passion and business, but passion will drive me to decide.
It has to blend well.
It has to blend well. It's very important.
And all of that has led to this movie. I actually how to pronounce it. Kadara.
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 But I make it easy for everyone saying Kadara.
Okay.
Because it's so hard for them.
What does it mean, please?
Destiny.
Wow.
Destiny.
Okay, so now let's talk about this movie.
Okay.
What's it? Because as we were saying off air, I see a lot of culture. I see parents disagreeing. I see people fighting. I see people laughing. What is this movie about?
So, of course, if you're a Ghanaian or even an African, you know that we are naturally bounded by culture and traditions. We, as Ghanaians, of course, we are traditionally inclined.
More so, right?
Yes, more of it. We even have people, like tribalism even affects marriage. You have people, maybe fancies, deciding to say, I won't marry. Even, for example, in Africa, Somalians barely marry out of their...
religion?
No religion.
Or culture?
Their type.
Okay.
Their
ethnicity?
Type. Yes. So more like if it's a Somalian, I have Somalian friends. They never marry Ghanaians or Egyptians or just few of them. Yeah, unless you're really strong, like you stand on your grounds and say, I don't want to. So I think basically we can all relate to such a movie.
So is this movie fighting for those people? Let me say, is it fighting for people?
It's advocating for them. Basically like that, yeah.
These people?
So back in the day, we had a different way of grooming your child, raising your child, and all of those things. Now, the way it was then can't be like that. You get it? And most of our parents don't understand. So it's just a movie to enlighten them, to also sell out the northern culture, basically. Because when you watch the movie, you realize that even if you've not been to the north, you have a feel of the north. Yeah.
A lot of people would say art is supposed to be, I don't want to say divisive, but you either like art, genuine art, or you don't like it. Have you had, with this movie and the fact that you are representing a lot of ladies and a lot of people going through this, have you had people come at you projecting or defending people who are going through people in similar stories?
The inspiration came from me. It's something personal I've experienced.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been married before, so I had that cultural differences, and it's something I can relate to. So then I know everyone can relate to it. Once you're Ghanaian, you can, because you definitely belong to one of the tribes. Yeah.
What has kept Habiba going? Because we see the glitz and the glamour, the beauty and everything. For the young lady, a young guy who's going to maybe something else, not this, what has kept Habiba going to produce such an amazing movie?
I think it's the motive behind me trying to make a difference. I've always wanted to make a difference. I don't like to be regular. That's my problem. I always like to stand out. So if everyone is going on the left, I want to be on the right. And in my industry, we barely have someone, I mean, we don't even have someone who is all dressed up, a cover-up girl or somewhat like that in terms of movie. It doesn't mean I don't wear weaves to shoot and all of that. I do that. But when I'm off camera, I represent my brand. That is more of a cover-up person. And they didn't want to accept me. Now they're accepting me because I'm producing my own thing. So when you see it, you have no option. It'll get to a time I would cover up fully. Like, I'm not saying the hijab, obviously, but, you know, just a little turban just to give that young Muslim girl, you know, in some slum
the thing is, you are respecting the culture.
I am.
That's the most important
thing. It's very important for me because most of my people, my Zongo people, my Muslim people think that entertainment is something else. So when I'm able to raise that, or should I say, what word would I even use? My English is finished. I've been going for interviews. So basically, if I'm able to erase that mindset, I'll be able to have more Muslim girls in the industry. And it's very important. So because you watch movies, even on, excuse me to say, I'm not supposed to say this, but Aquaba Magic, we go there, we have series there, and there's not even one Muslim. There's no diversity. There's not even one Muslim to blend the story or something like that. I don't want to give an example of the series that goes on. My series is even there. I'm a Christian inside. But you don't even have a Muslim to show that, oh, there's diversity. A Muslim to show, oh, maybe in a hospital, one person can be a Muslim. No, everyone is just going the Christian way. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm trying to make everything normal. I'm trying to normalize it.
How long have you been doing this for?
4.
Like acting?
4 years.
4 years. Wow, and you produce a movie like this.
Well,
you must be doing something right.
I think, I don't, Jason, I know people will say I like saying this too much, but grace and favor is something you always have to pray for, especially favor. Especially favor. You're praying for grace, don't forget to pray for favor. Apart from that, people think prayer is just closing your eyes and all of those things. No, but I'm really bounded with prayers. It'll be very hard for you to do certain things to me unless God wants it to happen. And I'm very careful what I say, how I say it, my group of people, my circle, very important to me. I don't think you've seen me anywhere before.
No.
I barely
just like
go
myself.
out.
I think we're very similar. Let me just say me and you, we'll get along very, very well. I'm saying this on air, so please, anybody
for the record.
Yeah, me too, I don't go out. Yeah, you know, I mind my business. But the reason why I asked you that, and I love the answer you gave, is why do you think it was so important to tell this story now? Because there are certain stories, I'm sure the actors and producers and directors like, let's wait a couple of years, you know, the narrative. Why do you think it was so important for you to tell the story now?
Because it's something that is fresh in my system that I can relate to, and so when I'm telling it or through a movie, it's more it's more like I'm living it. I'm going to put my all in all because something I want everyone to see by force, by fire. So what if that thing dies off in a year or two? I won't have that urge again. So every movie has its time because I shot this 2 years ago. That was 2.5 years.
2 years ago?
Yeah, 2.5 years.
This movie doesn't look 2 years ago.
We shot it in February and there was lockdown in March, first lockdown, and that was it. We couldn't premiere anything again. I had to keep it.
You shot this movie 2 years ago?
Yeah.
It mustn't have been easy having such a product and not releasing it.
We spent 1.5 months in Tamale and I put in so much into it. So I was so angry, and my mom kept on saying, Habiba, everything happens for a reason.
Right?
And I bet your movie has this time that it will be, you know.
I think I love your mom. Because if you had released that movie, then this show hadn't begun. I wouldn't be speaking to you probably. So you see, you people, it's all about being patient.
This is a serious punchline, though.
You see, it's all about being patient. God does everything for a reason. Exactly. And now you're here.
And now I'm here.
And I'm talking to you for the first time on TV. But again, I'm sure you inspire so many people you don't know you're inspiring. And I love to say this to people who, when it comes to their art and their craft and the person they are, there were so many roadblocks, so to speak, in their journey, and it seems like you've overcome all these things. To a young girl watching this movie, I said we're going to get to where it's praying. What would you want to tell that person who's finding it difficult to follow their dream?
I just want to say, don't stop in, preparing yourself. Always get prepared. So when the opportunity comes, you're grabbing it and you're grabbing it well. Don't say when the opportunity comes before I'll start preparing. No, it doesn't work that way. Keep preparing. Keep preparing. Keep praying. Keep being yourself. One day the opportunity will come and you fit in perfectly well. And if something is not yours, don't fight for it. Leave it.
By this one, I'll fight for it. I'm saying that I'll fight for it. My producer wants to know, are you related to Kasum Sonari?
That's my auntie.
Wow.
That's my sister, yeah.
Wow. Did she help you get into acting?
Of course. I would even... She's the main
reason. She's a
reason,
legend, right?
Yeah, she's a legend. She's the main reason why I'm even in this space because my mom didn't really like it. But she assured my mom that don't worry, if I'm in it, then why, And she always says, Habiba, you're an entertainer. You can't hide. Why you hide? I was very naive and quiet. She didn't like that. And she made it easy. I didn't go for interviews or auditions. No. There was one time I just played her younger role and that was it.
Was she strict?
Who, my auntie?
Yeah, a little bit. Because, she's someone who takes her craft, like, extremely seriously.
Yeah, she's very serious with her work. She's one of the most entertaining people you can be, but she doesn't want to grow old though. So she's all, where are we going? What are we doing? Yeah, so she's one auntie that you can actually trust and say whatever to, tell her, I'm going to do this, she'll back you.
Nice one. So, when is this premiere? And I see some amazing actors on there.
Yes, so the reason why I don't, let me just say the cast. Uncle Kofi Ajololo, myself, Anthony Wood,
shout out to Anthony, man.
Yes, small Inspector Mediaco, that's how I call him. Irene Opare, this is a comeback for Auntie Irene. She has not acted in so many years. And then we have Fred Amugi. We have new faces. The reason why I don't have the older people here is because I'm giving chance to the new generation. It's about time they hear us, and you have to hear us by force, by fire, by force. Yeah, so it's all about the new generation. We want you to give us that attention and we show you what we have.
The new generation...
Well, I don't want to put myself there, but I'm still in the new generation, basically.
Is the new generation given as much attention? Because I've been on sets before and I've heard stuff like, no, actors and actresses, they're not as serious as the old generation. They're not on time. They don't read scripts. They don't put themselves in the craft. And again, on the other side, people are saying, we're not as paid as much. Things aren't going well. We do it because we love it, but the business aspect... that is a conversation that is being had right now. But as you are giving the new generation the platform, do you think it is as much right now?
I think most people tag us as like fertilizer babies because they think we don't put in much, but it's not our fault. It's our generation. Our lives are online. We don't make flyers. You make the soft copy, post it, and it's gone. We don't do CDs. So it's not our fault that we are advanced. It's technology.
I like that.
It's not our fault. But I'm sure the years to come, they would even have it more easy. We are more like the modern kids. We don't push in much. We don't put in much as well. It's not our fault. So people have to understand that. And more of the older generations are given the attention because they were really in the eyes of the public. They were there. But our generation, if you're not on social media, it's so hard for us. Now, they barely show our own movies on normal television. Now it's all about Iroko TV, Netflix, and my grandmother doesn't even know what Netflix is. So it becomes hard, and I hope and pray they actually...
There is a conversation to be had in that direction.
And older people too don't want to give the chance. Because now they came to meet social...
That's a deep conversation that has to be had.
Yeah. Because now social media came after their, their whatever. So it's like as if Wait, before you trend, let us go first. When we are done, we'll leave it for you.
Leave it for you.
It doesn't happen that way.
Please, when and where's this movie?
Okay,
premiering?
So Kadara is premiering tomorrow, God willing, at the Silverbird. I was so excited.
Yeah, she's so happy.
At the Silverbird Cinemas, Accra Mall and West Hills Mall.
Okay.
Accra Mall is where the red carpet is going to be. First show 7 p.m., second show 9 p.m. We had VIP and regular tickets, but God being so good, VIP sold out.
You're sold out?
I'm sold out. But of course, the regular, I can have 10,000 because they're going to keep showing to the last person.
Wow.
Yeah, but VIP was limited.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
We pray and hope and know this movie is going to do well. Are we going to get more movies from you before you leave us?
Yes. I owe you guys a lot because even Eid is coming, and most of my my Muslim people, especially in the Zongos, they actually look up to me. Shout out to everyone who lives in the Zongo. I mean, you guys are doing amazing. Yeah. They're showing me super duper extensive love, and I'm so happy.
More
to be
grease to your elbows,
girl.
man. It's an honor to be in your presence. And
I'm
I said,
humbled.
you're inspiring so many people. You don't even know some people you're inspiring who are watching this. Please keep doing your thing. We love to see you on TV and on Instagram.
Hey!
Yeah, we are going to but yeah, some of us, we talk to stars and celebrities. So yes, please go and support her movie. We always say this here on the show. Let's support, let's push these actors and actresses and musicians and DJs. These are steps in the right direction. Let's have these conversations. You know, we tend to see the glitz and the glamour, but what they go through behind the sets, the investments, financially, emotionally, physically, to have a movie, to sit on a movie for a year and a half, 2 years, not because it's your fault, because of external circumstances, and to still stay through and release that movie and make it as big as it is, to have a whole premiere sold out. Charlie, I mean, I could go on and on and on, but yeah, you know, thank you so much again for coming through, for making time. So one last time, when and where is it happening? One last time. When and where?
Oh, I like to talk about it, so don't worry, understood. So Kadara is premiering, God willing, tomorrow at the Silverbird Cinemas, Accra Mall and West Hills Mall. VIP is sold out, so we have just regular going for a cool 50 Ghana cedis. And what again am I leaving? Jason, remind me.
What again?
Red carpet, is at Accra Mall.
Yeah.
West Hills Mall is those coming from Kaswa. But some people are coming from Kaswa all the way. I mean, all the way from Kaswa to Accra Mall because they just want to see the people in the movie. So the stars will be at Accra Mall.
Yeah, guys, we have to sign out. I'm going to be here Monday, of course, from 3 to 4 p.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned in always, MX24GH. Salute.
Marriage, I'm told, was arranged by the gods. And it's funny how these gods decide our fate.